What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another week of Littleroot Laddering. So, this week we're playing Calyrex Shadow. Debatably top 5 restricted in this current format. I'd probably put it at number 3 if I was, personally. Behind, of course, Zacian and Xerneas in the current format. But, got some really interesting things to pair it here with, of course, Choice Scarf Tapu Lele, so we can just dish out a ton of damage with it. And of course, as a result, we're going to outspeed a ton of things as well. We have Spell Tag here on Calyrex so that we can bluff Focus Sash, but still be able to do enough damage with Astral Barrage to pick up important KOs. We have Life Orb here on Landorus, which is why we don't have it on Calyrex. We also don't have Sash on it because we have it on Extreme Speed Regieleki, just enough to be able to come in and pick up some KOs where we need to. Of course, we have Volcarona here. With Heat Wave as our damaging move. Of course, we are purely support here with Volcarona. Whirlwind to be able to get Xerneas out of in front of us and anything else that might be potentially trying to set up in front of us. And then the real piece of technology here that I'm a big fan of is Eject Button Hitmontop. This is on my very first Series 1 team back in the day now. But this one's a little different, seeing how we have Wide Guard here. Back then, I believe I played Bullet Punch or something like that just to be able to do some more damage. But I'm excited to play with this team. Feint is obviously really good when paired with Calyrex so that they can't protect in front of you. And the big downside here is Hitmontop doesn't pair extremely well with Tapu Lele, just seeing how a ton of our moves are priority based. But we have some interesting pieces of tech here with Substitute on Landorus as well, just so if our opponent takes a turn off because they know we can KO them, well, we can just put up another layer of protection. So I'm interested in seeing how this team plays. If you watch the Showdown on Sunday, you know that it basically came down to me making a read on turn 1 and me getting that read correct. And so I'm interested to see exactly how this team plays out the rest of this week. We had a fairly quick game in the Showdown, so I'm hoping to do about the same this week with this team. So let's get to it, get paired up here for game number 1. Hey, look at that. Actually pretty reasonable amount of time today. I probably could have sat here and talked through them. We got the Cali Mirror. So this is really awkward because we're at 221, not 222, so they naturally will outspeed us if they are max speed. But I think that's ultimately fine, especially since they have Whimsicott here for, Tailwind things as well. I think what I like... I think I like Lele. I really like Lele in the mirror. Question is, do I want to pair it with Calyrex here? I think this is really awkward because I want Hitmontop to be able to prevent Tailwind going up from Whimsicott so that Lele can outspeed their Calyrex. But it's really awkward. What if we just do Eleki plus Hitmontop with Lele and Cali in the back? And just try to dish out a ton of damage early and pick up the KO that way? I think that's our best bet. Zapdos I'm not too worried about. Weavile could be problematic, but I think because we have Lele here, we're not overly worried about it. Coco isn't too threatening, especially since we have Landorus on our team. There's a non-zero chance that they don't even want to bring it in the face of Landorus. Let's see what we got here, opponent. Could be Sash on Calyrex, and then Life Orb on Coco. If that's the case, it's probably Mental Herb on Whimsicott. Could be Eject Button. It's just going to be Whimsicott Calyrex up front here. I'm pretty okay with this lead, to be 100% honest. We can go for pretty big damage here. We can just go Thunderbolt plus Fake Out into the Whimsicott. Of course, this could also Electro Web. So, okay. I need to do quick math. And I think I know the answer, but so 222 time divided by 2/3 times 2. I didn't do something right. It's 296, so that is still faster than Eliki. So I think Thunderbolt plus Fake Out is just our best play. It might have been correct just to lead, like, yeah, they're going to protect Whimsicott. That's completely fine. Depending on what they do here, yeah, they're just going to double protect. So this next turn, I can go for Wide Guard plus Thunderbolt. They could... Okay, the real play here is they could read my Wide Guard. Oh, I don't have Volt Switch. I mean, if I had Volt Switch to play as Wide Guard and then Volt Switch into Lele so that their Expending Force becomes a multi-target move. I think I still just stay in. And I think I click Wide Guard here. Beat 'em. So the real play last turn, they're going to withdraw Calyrex. I'm pretty okay with this. They're going to go into Indeedee. The play we could have made last turn was we could have gone for Feint into Whimsicott just to break a potential Sash. I mean, I'm pretty okay with this. They're Psychic Seed. That means they're not Sash there, which probably means it is, in fact, on the Whimsicott. This should still do a chunk. And they're going to go for a Moonblast, presumably into my Eliki. It is. Okay. Does a sizable chunk. So I think the play now, I want to protect Eliki. And I kind of want to close combat into the Indeedee. They don't go for Expending Force here, right? I don't see any reason they would. This could just be... I think this is actually pretty safe to switch Lele out. Like, switch Lele in, I mean. Obviously, this, like, sets them up to bring in Calyrex here, but I think this is fine. They're gonna Moonblast. They're just going to Expanding Force. Okay. I mean, that seems pretty bold in the face of, Wide Guard, but, you know, not my circus, not my monkeys. Could be Follow Me here. If Follow Me is the play, what is my best play? Is it just lock into Moonblast? They could also just switch out here. I don't think they switch out, though. Even if they do, an Electroweb plus a Moonblast into that slot would do a chunk. We missed the Whimsicott, unfortunately. They're not setting up Tailwind, so that's kind of fine. They hold on. This is actually fine as well, because now Eliki goes down, so I can bring back out Hitmontop. Yeah, another Expending Force. Completely fine. Because they're Indeedee, it doesn't have another attacking move other than Expending Force, so I think this is pretty okay. We can go for Wide Guard. We could go for Close Combat into... I think clicking Wide Guard is fine. I'm going to Moonblast the Whimsicott now. Could be Expanding Force. This could be expanding. This is probably Expanding Force plus Moonblast into my Hitmontop. I don't see how we come back in this game. No follow me. There's the Tailwind. I'm fine with that though, because I'm just going to try to stall it out. Yep, there's the Expanding Force. I mean, I don't think I can efficiently stall out their Tailwind, but I can definitely try to stall out their Psychic Terrain here. I mean, I'm going to click Wide Guard again. And I'm actually going to switch Lele out into Calyrex. This is a free switch, I think. They shouldn't target down my Lele for any reason. Hitmontop's going to get hit, and then it's going to come back in. This is just a free switch, I think. And they're going to withdraw in DD. They're going to go into Zapdos. Interesting. Okay. Feel alright about this. It is a Moonblast into my Calyrex. Okay. I mean, sure. Zapdos shouldn't really have anything to hit my Calyrex, right? I get Expanding Force. I think I need to protect Hitmontop. I could go into Lele and then click Expanding Force. This is really bad if they double target into the Lele slot. I'm just gonna feint into the Whimsicott. And Expanding Force the Zapdos. Got him! It is not enough to pick up the KO, though. This is a Brave Bird. This is probably into Calyrex. Yep, that should KO. Yep. Yep. And that should be GG. Because I don't think Lele outspeeds. Like, I want to lock into Shadow Ball, but I can't because they have Indeedee in the back. This is their last turn of Tailwind, correct? It is. I really need to pick up that KO last turn. I can close combat into the Whimsicott, I guess, and... if I lock into Psychic, I lose to Calyrex. If I lock into Shadow Ball, I lose to Indeedee. So I guess my only play is to lock into Moonblast here. Yep, that's into Hitmontop. We should live that. We shouldn't live a double up, though. Oh, it's just going to go into Lele, which is enough for the KO. Yep. I think with our opponent having the speed control in the form of Tailwind here, I think they're just in a much better position to be able to abuse Calyrex than we were. So, like, I know this game didn't really involve Calyrex from either side, but the fact that they were able to outspeed mine because they had Tailwind just meant that our Calyrex essentially did nothing. So I think, yeah, they just bring out Indeedee. It doesn't really matter what they do here. We are very dead because we're dead to Brave Bird. So there's really no reason to continue playing this game. Yeah, the fact that they had speed control for their Calyrex meant that ours was just not going to be able to outpace theirs like we need to. Obviously, you have like redirection in the form of Volcarona, but it just doesn't do anything in the face of Calyrex. Yep, nothing surprising there. Oh, they were citrus with Pollen Puff. Interesting. Not a move you typically see. Does that mean they're a bulky variant? No. Opponent, I don't think you really want citrus on this just because you're not dishing out enough damage. Life Orb. They do turn as well, so they could actually pretty much hit everything they needed to. I also had Trick. Trick works if you don't have an item. Switcheroo doesn't. That's really bizarre. Really bizarre. Wide Lens. Yep, nothing really surprising here. And then Short Scarf Coco. Very interesting. Cool team. Cool team here from our opponent. So I think had we gone for Feint on turn 1, like doubled into the Whimsicott there on 1, I think we're in a pretty good like position. But like Eliki probably doesn't KO there. I don't think a Thunderbolt plus a Feint picks up the KO on a Whimsicott. And unfortunately we can't Feint into Calyrex to pick up the KO on it, so what do we got here for game number 2 today? Xerneas. Xerneas with Ensign, Amoonguss, Rillaboom, Urshifu, and Mienfoo. Pretty typical stuff going on here. I think I want Hitmontop Volcarona up front. I think I want Landorus, and I think I want Calyrex. Landorus answers Incineroar for us. Hitmontop does a pretty sizable chunk to it as well. Volcarona deals with both of their grass types. We can Whirlwind out the Xerneas if they lead on it. If they lead Xerneas Mienshuu, we can Whirlwind plus Fake Out. I think these are the 4 I want. I don't see any reason to iterate off of this. If this is Dark Urshifu, we're in for an interesting game because Sucker Punch can deal a ton of damage to Calyrex. So it's like, do we just try to stall out the Sucker Punch PP if that's the play? Feeling okay about this game. I think we have a pretty definitive plan against Xerneas, and it's just a matter of executing that plan. Went in a little more blind for Calyrex, but yeah, the fact that we are also 1 point slower than max speed means that like we couldn't even risk a speed tie on turn 1 and trying to win that way in the last one, but it's going to be Ensign Urshifu up front. I'm pretty okay with this. It is Water Urshifu, so we are going to be able to get our Intimidate off, and this is going to do okay things. I think I want to preserve Volcarona. The question is like, what do I switch into here? And I don't think I actually have a switch in. So I think my play is I kind of like just going for a Heat Wave here. Like, if I lose Volcarona, how do I beat Xerneas? Is it just Landorus at that point? I don't want to... I could just Whirlwind out the Urshifu and Fake It out. We know we're faster than Ensign. I'm going to click Heat Wave, and I'm going to click Fake Out. Into the Incineroar. I think Urshifu protects this turn. Nope. Okay. Well, I need Flame Body to work. Come on, Flame Body. Wow. Well, that's really unfortunate. The last Volcarona we played was a bulky variant that was able to take those. And we did not take that even slightly. So I think now I bring in Calyrex. And we just try to go for Cali Sweep. We can go for Faint plus Astral Barrage this turn. It's pretty bad they have... this is pretty bad if they have Snarl on Incineroar, but if they do, I can just click Wide Guard next turn. They switch Urshifu out. Alright, no Detect. That's fine. Their Scarf. That's also terrifying. Well, why did we take that so well, but Volcarona folded like a ham sandwich? Huh. Okay. Please don't Snarl and or Darkest Lariat me. Dang it! Alright. Well... Man, this game just went really poorly for us in all aspects. The fact that Volcarona just folded... Why did Calyrex take that so well? Like, obviously it wasn't a super effective hit, but it's still a Surging Strikes. I'm actually curious. $101 versus 85. We're bulkier? That's surprising. Like, genuinely, I find that surprising. Huh. Okay. Well, here we can protect and CC into the Ensign. I think Landers is like our out for this game at this point. This is going to do a chunk. It's not enough for KO, though. Faint probably picks that up next turn, though. Not now, though. Okay. This is fine. We can Sludge Bomb the Rillaboom. We can Sludge Bomb the Rillaboom. We can Close Combat the Incineroar. Rillaboom's gonna live because it's most likely Assault Vest. But if Xerneas is their last, we have a non-zero chance. I'm on top stakes that. Oh. I took that way worse than I anticipated. Okay. Well, now... see, this is really interesting. Like, I can protect plus Faint the Rillaboom. I'm clicking Faint this turn. I know that much. Is Xerneas as their last? Okay. So they know they can't protect in front of my Hitmontop. Do I try to take the Xerneas out this turn, or do I try to take the Rillaboom out? I think Xerneas is the bigger threat. Plus, if they target down... If they target down Hitmontop this turn instead, I feel pretty okay about this. Yeah, this is fine, because now I get a Sludge Bomb off into the Xerneas. This is not going to KO. Does a lot, but not a KO. They actually just decide to attack. That's actually really smart from our opponent. So if we protect this turn, like, protecting in front of Xerneas is so terrifying, because if we do it, if our opponent calls it correctly, they just win the game. 2 turns of terrain. So, like, we would have to double protect to have a chance to stall this out. So I think I had to target the Rillaboom this turn. Yep. I think had we picked up the Xerneas, I think had we attacked into the Rillaboom last turn. So what's the play there? Is the play Wide Guard plus, if we Wide Guard plus Sludge Bomb the Rillaboom, and then we just double Sludge Bomb the Xerneas because we're faster than it? It's really bad if they ever, like, click Geomancy. So I think that's not the play. The fact that they were Scarf Urshifu just threw us for a loop. Had we got the Flame Body proc, we could have been in that game as well. But, you know, it is what it is. Kyogre to end the day. This time also with Tornadus so they can outspeed us here. I believe this is just Santi's team. I know he obviously played Weavile. I believe he had Serena and Rillaboom as well. I can't confirm that though. Man, Hitmontop just doesn't do anything in the face of Serena, which is really unfortunate. So I think this is like, do I want Lele? What if I do Lele Eliki up front? Let them get their Tailwind up and then just smack them. I want to do like Eliki Hitmontop, but this is pretty bad. I actually think this is our best lead if they do lead Tornadus Kyogre. I think Lele and Calyrex in the back. I need to take care of Tornadus first so they don't set Tailwind. Obviously this falls apart if they have Tornadus the Wish Granter. Never seen that one before. So I can Fake Out plus Thunderbolt. I can also Electro Web. Gotta remember. I think Electro Web is good. This doesn't play around. Serena switch in though, so I think this just has to be Thunderbolt. If they're gonna withdraw Kyogre, they're gonna go into Serena. No, they're gonna bring in Rillaboom. Well, that's good. Do you protect? Please don't protect. Got him. Alright, no Tailwind for you. There were Con. That's not great. So they were just clicking to attack. So I'm going to switch into Lele here. I don't think Extremes... Actually, Feint plus Extreme Speed is enough to take out this Tornadus. Fake Out is priority 3. If they go for Fake Out into my Eliki, this doesn't work. I think this is a play. Yep, nice play. Now they get their Hurricane off into my Hitmontop. Are they Life Orb? No, they crit. I mean, that doesn't mean they're not Life Orb. No, they're Wakanberry. What am I talking about? Carter, what are you talking about? They're Wakanberry. So now I can go into Calyrex. I can switch Eliki out into Lele and go for an Astral Barrage this turn. The fact that we lost Hitmontop is really bad. Because now I have to figure out how to stall out their Tailwind. Since it turns into 120, so Astral Barrage is still just a better move. Even with Psychic Terrain up. This gets rid of Terrain. It should just Tailwind, right? Yep. But we should still be faster than Rillaboom. No, we're not. Okay, well, that hurt. And the problem is now they have Kyogre to just click Water Spout. How fast of a Rillaboom are they? This is Weavile, so that's definitely going to be like payback. I'm going to protect Calyrex and Moonblast the Weavile. We live another Grassy Glide, right? It's close. Okay, there's Lash Out. Knock off, okay. Okay. Weavile down. That's good. Problem is there's still this giant blue whale that's a problem. So they currently have 2 turns of Tailwind left. Am I fine losing Eliki? I think it does more than Lele here. Oh yeah, duh. I'm locked into Moonblast. I had to go for the Kyogre, try to lower the amount of damage that Water Spout's gonna do, but it should still just one-shot us. And this should just be a double KO. Yep. Then we can protect this turn. And then we can Astral Barrage. Okay, Water Spout's no longer boosted by the rain. That's good. Man, this is gonna be really close. I think the Rillaboom wins them this game. I think Rillaboom knockoff just wins them this game. So I need to crit the Rillaboom, I think. I have to do quick math. Psychic Terrain doubles. This is Calyrex. Let's see. We want Astral Barrage and we want Expanding Force. And we want Spell Tag. Expanding Force is more damage. Interesting. So yeah, we click Expanding Force and pray. Oh, there's Scarf Kyogre. Yep, we definitely lose this because there's Scarf Kyogre. I mean... Okay, so... That is 3 Water Spouts. I mean, we just can't win. Yep. The fact that they're... Man, losing to double Scarf today has sucked. Like, I think we win both of those games if they weren't Scarf. The fact that they were both Scarf, I think, cost us those games. The fact that the Rillaboom also outsped my Calyrex under Tailwind was really surprising. Yeah, I would like to see. Not quite max speed, but pretty close. Yep, nothing surprising there. $116, that's not fairly fast. I mean, it's faster than I would have anticipated, but... Oh man, doing the math to know that I could KO this Tornadus with the right setup on Eliki is really disappointing. Like the fact that I know I could KO this if I was just built a little different. How are they built? Oh, they're also like hella HP. Which, I mean, I did my calcs for that, so... Yeah, really close games today, but unfortunately just not able to come out ahead in any of them. Just losing to Double Choice Scarf just really is disappointing, but, you know, that's the game, right? I correctly identified that as Santi's team. I did not realize it was Scarf Kyogre, though, and I realized that, I don't think I play that game any differently. The fact that, no, his whale would get to 225, this is 150, so Eliki would outspeed it, but Eliki loses the end game against Rillaboom. So I think Calyrex is our best bet there. I think losing Hitmontop is actually what cost us that game. I think had I protected Hitmontop a little more, like I expected to be able to pick up that KO, but unfortunately, we were just a little short on doing so. I think the real play there was to switch if we switch Hitmontop into Lele and we click Electro Web, we pick up the Tornadus, we slow down the Rillaboom, and then they probably bring out Weavile, which we outspeed with both of our Mons, so we can just Moonblast plus Thunderbolt into the Rillaboom then. And then from there, it's just like Kyogre versus the world. So I think we were in that game had I saved Hitmontop. Like reflecting back, I think had we saved Hitmontop, we could have won that game, because then they're locked into like Scald on Kyogre, and like if they do lock into Water Spout, Hitmontop just wins that game by itself. We just click Wide Guard until they're out, and in the meantime, Shadow Rider just punches them. So really close games overall. I think definitely I could have played a little tighter, but that is going to be it today, everyone. Pick up this rental code while it's available. Team's really fun. I am enjoying my time with Shadow Rider. So that's going to be it. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later this week with some more Littleroot laddering. Have a good one, everyone. Peace.